Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be covering how to Skynade in Apex Legends arenas. I've seen this being requested multiple times now and I see how this can be useful to a lot of players, especially the newer players. If you find this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Alright, let's start. First of all, I want to show you guys how Skynades behave and the general angles to use them. A lot of people ask me for the Skynade spots, but in reality you can use them anywhere. It's all about getting comfortable with the angles you need to throw the nade to get them where you want. So I will show you 3 distances in the firing range. Basically very close range, medium range and the furthest you can throw them, all on flat ground. Starting with 25 meters. As you can see, the angle is almost straight up. Pay close attention to the indication line after the curve. I will show you a slow down nade after these 3. A good way to know that the nade is going to explode at around 25 meters is that the indication line is on about the same line of the thumb of the legend. Next up is 46 meters. I consider this the medium range for a Skynade. Once again, pay close attention to the indication line after the curve. Afterwards I show you a slowed down version once again. A good way to know your nade is going to explode at around 46 meters is that the indication line after the curve is about twice as long as the one from 26 meters, as you can see in the slowed down version. Last one will be around 78 meters. This is about the furthest you can throw a Skynade and you will need to do it with a jump to make it. Without a jump around 70 meters is possible. Once again, pay close attention to the indication line. These angles make sure you throw it the furthest possible. I will show a slowed down version after once again. A good way to know you're skynading at maximum distance is that the indication line stops just above the picture of your ult. I would recommend for players that are not very experienced with skynading to go to the firing range and try out different distances to get a good feeling for it. This will help you to nade from every place on the map and not just from known places. Alright, so this was a small explanation on how Skynades behave and how to throw them at the distance you like to see them land. Next up I will show some general nade spots on the maps that are currently in rotation. Starting off with Party Crasher. This is a very Skynade heavy map as most of you know, and there are countless angles to hit people for big damage. These clips aren't about if the nades hit, it's just to show possible spots that you could try yourself. Also take a good look at the indication line and where the nade lands so you get a good idea how the nades will land. Next up is Overflow. This map isn't Skynade heavy. I will show 2 spots that work if the enemy actually rotates from there and one more example that shows how you could use them later in the round. Moving on to Facerunner now. This map is very Skynade heavy. You can use them very effectively on both zones. Make sure you remember the spots I'm about to show you and take a good look at the indication line. And the last map is Habitat. Habitat has one nade spot on the cave side and multiple spots on the open field. The open field is one where knowing how nades work really come into play. There are some spots you can throw right away, but they're usually much more effective when thrown later. So those were some examples of spots you could use, but once again I would really suggest you getting comfortable with the angles of the nades and use them with some creativity. Once you're familiar with the angles you can really throw them from anywhere, but that just requires some practice and a lot of trying. Skynades really can win you rounds, so it's very worth to be using them and getting skilled with getting those big hits. I hope this short video about skynading was helpful to you. If it was or I missed something, please let me know in the comments section. Hope to see you next time. Cheers!